Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
Hello, and welcome to Indie Invasion Shorts. This is Eric. I am solo tonight. Mac had an emergency that he couldn't make it tonight, but we are here. We are still live. I'm going to try and do the best I can solo, guys. If you're popping in, I'll give a couple minutes to let people jump in and say hello on this Thursday night. How you guys doing tonight? I hope you're getting lots of projects done. As I'm doing this all by myself here. Let me see if there's anybody here. And it looks like Matt is here. Hey, Matt, what's going on? We got a couple people jumping in. Now, I did do some stuff this week with Twitch. If you guys aren't Twitch followers, I appreciate it if you guys went over there, liked, follow, all that stuff. I think I got it figured out so it'll keep our videos on there. So you can check out old stuff eventually. We will check after the show to see if it's still up there because we were having problems trying to figure it out. See who else is popping in. Spaz is here. Hello, Spaz from the Great White North. Happy you guys could be here. What else has been going on? Yes, we are Macless tonight, Spaz. He had a little family emergency. Nothing serious, but he couldn't make it tonight. Kind of a last minute thing. So I had to figure out what the heck I'm going to banter to you guys about. Well, I've been working on some getting models done. Buildings behind me. If you guys can't see them, let me go grab one. I have been working on Mama Luna's Pizzeria. So this is Black Site Studios I got at Adepticon. This is number 2. I still have a bag over there with 3 more in it. Very nice. I'm probably going to do a video review of some of these in the near future. It's very sturdy too. Hi, Matt. Hi, Alan. Alder, good morning. There, I got my coffee. I'll give you 2 cheers since Matt's not here or Mac's not here. Cheers. Hot coffee. Can't beat it. Hopefully I can get to bed, though, after drinking a cup of coffee. Yeah, storage is going to be an issue. I'm trying to figure that one out right now, Spaz. I think I'm going to have to make a trip to the old Menards or Home Depot. And I've been kind of putting off getting shelves for storage for terrain. That's one of the things that holds me back from terrain is I have nowhere to put it. The shelves I have down here are already full of stuff, if you can see behind me. And I've kind of filled up all my storage for minis, so I'll figure something out. I want to redo the basement coming soon, so since we're kind of jumping into doing some bat reps, I'd like to try and get something set up so I can also do that with Mac. But what else are you guys working on? I've been working on that. I've been working on prepping some minis for painting tomorrow. If you guys are free, we're going to be doing a hobby hangout and we're going to open it up. I'm probably going to post a link for you guys to join in once we go live and stuff. And if you guys got a camera and a mic, join in, hang out. We got scheduled for about an hour. I think last time we went 1.5 hours, almost 2 hours. So if you guys want to just get some projects done, join us tomorrow night at same time as the shorts. We're going to start at about 8:30. It's probably about 8:30 Central for you guys on the East Coast. It's an hour, a little bit later, but well, there you go, Bob. You should join in tomorrow. You haven't painted since before Adepticon, which you were a monster trying to get ready for it. I think you're all ready. So you were painting some spazza like this. Oh, no, Moonstone. I thought I said Monster Apocalypse and play testing for a new game. Ooh, new game. Intrigued, Matt, intrigued. Let's see. Alan's been working on some terrain for Twisted because Alan's going to be start running some demos at different shows this summer coming up, and Mac is planning on going to some of those. So keep an ear open for when we announce those here. You guys can go check it out if he's in your area. Alder, not much for you. Yeah, real life kind of does that. I kind of had my bout with that at the beginning of the year, January and February. Granted, it was winter too. That's kind of always rough time for me with the day job. Well, hopefully you're gonna join us, Alder, tomorrow. I hope so. Because it seems like you in the past when we did those and you joined in, you got a lot done. Oh, I wanted to show off my new shirt, you guys. It makes me laugh. One of those flash sites, classic X-Men. It just makes me laugh. We're getting chili fries. I couldn't resist it when I saw it. I'm an old school X-Men fan, so had to get it. It was like $13. You can't go wrong with a $13 shirt. Oh, here we go. Alan's saying he's got Rocky Top Con at the end of May. So if you guys know of that one or anywhere close, go check that one out. You can see Alan, buy lots of stuff from him. No, here we go. My wife's making fun of my shirt. She just shook her head when I got it. Alan says that's in Knoxville, if you guys are in that area. A little far for some of us that are up north, but that's all right. Go check it out. Well, shall we get in what I'm going to banter about tonight? So at Adepticon, let me make sure my volume is down on my phone because you guys do not need to be hearing Chewy Chewbacca holler at me. But when I was at Adepticon, I kind of been looking at this, and Alan, you can tell me if you end up getting this because I know you were kicking yourself. I got the starter set. I think I looked at it the whole weekend. I ended up getting it the last day. Black Sun starter set by Crucible Crush. I figured, it kind of interested me. I thought about picking it up for a while and seeing a starter set. I was kind of like, yeah, it's a good way to get into it. It gives you everything you need. And I thought tonight I would just do kind of an unboxing to show you guys what comes in this starter set. A lot of this stuff you can find on like Wargame Vault has I don't know for sure if they have the rules on there, but they have a lot of campaigns that you can get in PDF form. And a lot of these miniatures, what drew me to is this was in Bob Murch's Pulp figures booth at Adepticon. So if you guys are familiar with his Pulp figures, this set actually has a partnership with Bob that a lot of their figures are his figures that you can use. Or if you already have figures, you don't have to use it. It's kind of agnostic. You can use whatever you want to represent the different squads that you would use in this game. And real quick, I'll read you guys the back of this box. So Black Sun is a tabletop skirmish game system of weird war-nom warfare between factions in an alternate dimension where the goal is to get out of this place. So you unleash your great warrior and assemble your war band to raid and plunder your opponent and grow your your force. If you do the campaign, you actually can kind of, I don't want to say level up, but your skills can go up type of thing. In Black Sun, you play a commander of a group of warriors. Choose your force through cards, so you're picking your boss, and based on points available to him, you build up, your force. You pick the figures out, and you challenge your opponent on the tabletop with a small arms fire, unit tactics, grenades, mortars, or flamethrowers. Meanwhile, the environment itself will try to kill you at any time. So in this box, it gives you an extra scenario you can use to learn to play the game. And it's kind of like a dark horror during Vietnam. It's in a different dimension. It's pretty. It sounds like a pretty neat game. It's a simple game. Like I mentioned, it's Crucible Crush. Let's see. I got a link for you guys here that I actually made up. And nope, that's what we're talking about. But you can find their, any more information at cruciblecrush.com. And like I said, the figures they use is Bob Murch's Pulp figures, which North Star military figures, there's their website. You can find a lot of their stuff there. I've used their stuff for Vampires America, any kind of agnostic game. North Star miniature figures, you're going to find them there. And their figures are not expensive at all. I think I remember spending $8 maybe for one metal miniature, pulp miniature type of thing. So, I'll give you guys a quick overview before I dive into the box. I gave you a little bit of synopsis there. It's kind of what caught me as a weird world. It's it's Vietnam, which, military type skirmish game really doesn't attract me. But when they throw in that weird, where it's like deep ones or, just crazy creatures from another dimension, they kind of got me at that. 28 millimeters, which is standard. But it is minis agnostic, where you build custom squads, somewhere between 15 miniatures. And they basically have encounters or scenarios in it that you can play one after other and kind of level up your guys. And you're playing for victory points. Now, you get your victory points from the objectives, or what I think is kind of neat is at the end of the game, based on people that die or are injured or something, you would subtract those from your overall victory points. So it can be kind of swingy in that way. You could win the scenario and get this overall points, but then if you lost a lot of guys, it's subtracting from your victory points. So I thought that was kind of neat. Something that I liked about the game, the rule system, is that it's a simple D6 system that when you're doing your skills test, you're basically just trying to meet or get less than what that target number is. Very simple, quick. Uses simple profiles and stats. There's like 4 stats in there, I think, and that's it. There's a lot of different actions you can take, so you do have some variety of what you can do. And let's see, what else did I think that kind of stood out to me? I mean, it's easy to get in and jump in and play, and then it has simple ways to modify those dice checks, like the basic things like cover, which can lower, to hit type of thing, or certain weapons give you a bonus. Like you may have the top machine gun, it gives you a +2 to what your overall target number is. So better odds of hitting type of thing. And then they do also have advanced rules in here, which are kind of cool if you want to, up your game a little bit. Like they have rules for Huey helicopters or, some of the other monsters and just different area effect type stuff. But that is kind of a basic overview of Black Sun. Like I said, if you guys want to check it out, check out cruciblecrush.com. And I really like the fluff in this world. You can play one-off games, or if you really want to do you can do the link scenarios and make it a campaign out of it and try to continue with your squads you have. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna switch the camera here. You can see it right over my shoulder, and we'll take a peek at what comes in this box. Switcheroo. Let me see what you guys have to say too. Whoop. Let's see. Alan, you never got this? Oh, man. Yeah, it does say that, Alder, that in the rules here for terrain, you do want to use a lot of like jungle-like terrain or temples or stuff like that, because it will add to the game experience when you have a lot of that stuff. Well, here, Alan's got a link for us all, you guys, at War Game Vault, if you're curious about it. And I will have links in the show notes, you guys, if you want to check those out later. And you know, instead of trying to write them down real quick when we put them up. Oh, Alan's saying this is the link to the rules. So you don't have to buy a hard copy book, but, you know, a lot of us here, we like to have the hard copy. I know Mac already has the book, though, so he's good. All right, here's the box. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. I think you guys have enough light there. I'm trying not to get too much of a glare. But, all right, so in this box, 28 millimeter skirmish battles in the Weird War Nom setting. Everything you need to play is in this box, which is why I got it. You get 20 metal miniatures, a 64-page rule book, which I almost got just a rule book, but I figured this would make me play it probably more if I just got everything. It has 20 wound counters, 12 six-sided dice. I believe it's like 6 in one color, 6 in another color. And then it's got 20 round plastic bases for the minis, of course. So, all right. So I'll admit I did open this up because I couldn't wait and I started working on the minis, but I did kind of put them in there. So yeah, here's your dice. You get some green ones and red ones. Bad guys, good guys. I'll kind of show you guys the book too so you can see the different factions they have. Here's some of the minis. So this one comes with your basic U.S. Army guys. This guy, I think, was just like a bonus guy. There, I'll just hold them up, see. And yeah, basically these were all one pieces, so I just cleaned them up, mounted them on their bases, primed them. Like I said, I kind of cheated. I wasn't sure if I was going to do an unboxing with this one, but let me move that light. So here's your basic radio man. Man, your basic U.S. military, Vietnam soldiers. And then, so there's quite a few of these. I think there's 11 U.S. soldiers in here, if I remember right. Well, see, Matt, you should check this out. Like I said, I'm not super excited about like Vietnam, any kind of military-esque game. It's a little close to historics for me, which I'm not a fan of. But because they threw in the weird, that's kind of what got me. All right, here's more military guys. I'm hoping these kind of turn out okay on the camera for you guys to see. I'll take a picture of this, guys, and I'll throw it up on Facebook, Instagram, so you guys can see them. Actually, I think I may have already did a picture post of these guys. So like I said, there's about 11 of these guys. Easy paint, green fatigues, right? But then they come with these guys. They look like deep ones of some kind. And what's neat is part of the fluff is they can't bring their technology with them from their worlds, their dimensions. So they're relying on human weaponry. So he's got just like I think it's a basic rifle. And I'll admit, these are kind of what got me. I like the creatures, and there's one specific one that I believe is the leader. So yeah, these are kind of like some frogmen or something. And there's a bunch of those guys. All right, let's get rid of that. Now these, I believe, are the damage markers, which they look like they're just clips. Yeah, they got deep wound. So it's a -3 to CV, which is one of their stats. So they're giving you a reminder. Light wound, -1. So it's a good way to keep, instead of like a lot of times what we do as war gamers is we use extra dice to keep track of their stats, or if you get a stat card, which these guys do have, everything you need is in the book, and you just use a dry erase marker or something. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of damage markers, which is kind of nice to keep track of who's wounded, how much they're wounded. I don't know if this was like a starter set bonus type of deal. They may sell this on their website. I have not gone to their website to check it out. But then you get a rule book, pretty rule book. I mean, it's kind of cool. See, they got a little, their terrain is not heavily jungle, but they got, you know, some ruins there. I'm telling you, who doesn't love a fishman with an AK-47? That's kind of scary if you ask me. Alder, that's not my PIN number. That's my mileage from my mail truck, because I have to keep track of that every day. But then, as I said, they give you this intro with a little starter set scenario to help you learn the game, which is kind of nice to have. I'm surprised they don't have something like this in the rule book, but I don't know, maybe I haven't read through this fully. Maybe this is really, really simplified. One of the other things I like in the game too, that stood out, is there's a lot of tables in there that you roll on to kind of see a result of what happens. I'm not sure what this table is for. And they do have something in the game called power crystals that you can use your whole action to claim it, and you get a certain amount of victory points. That's part of like the scenario type thing, besides just blasting each other. So that was the main box. Let me give you guys a little bit of the look of the book here. Let's see if I can get down closer. Whoop, whoop. All right. Ooh, I am getting a glare. I might have to put that over there. So real quick, there's the table of contents. It's only 61 pages, so not a very super thick book. That's one of the heroes. And then you can have just your small squads, and you can split the squads up into smaller groups. And here's kind of what the stat card looks like. They go over everything. There's your 4 stats right there. And some of them have special abilities. But yeah, being that it's a pulp figure type of game is something that kind of attracted to me. Yeah, they have different activation tables that you can roll on to figure out who goes and all that type of stuff. And random figure table, that's like if you roll a what the, which is a 6 on the activation, you roll on this table and it tells you which one activates. You don't get to choose, which is interesting. Basic movement over rough terrain, difficult ground. Weapons table, what all does. So this game has a lot of tables in it, which is interesting to me. To give it variety, different kind of injuries. I want to get to the factions so you guys can see what they have in here. I mean, I've already named one of them. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Victory points. So here we go. Factions. So they have the U.S. Army faction, which basic, we know what that all is. Viet Cong faction, so you can have them. The Deep Ones faction, which is what came in this. So all your little, your lizard frogmen. They have a faction called Furry Bugs faction, which is, I think, your big giant monsters. Children of Haster. So reading this, it's kind of like they're your hippie freedom fighters or something. I don't know. I got to read through it all the way. But it does say they have taken on mutations from different incarnations they've done. They have a German faction, which is like your remnants of the Nazi army. And I think you can have like zombies and just weird science experiment type soldiers for them, which that was kind of interesting. Hey, Tyler, glad you can make it. And in this rule book, they do have, it looks like 3 scenarios. And like I mentioned, Wargame Vault has more that you can get in PDF. They give you a little bit of the background in the world. They have some sample companies in here that you can put together right off the start. Let's see what else they have. I mean, look at the pictures. They just look like fun to just roll some dice, chuck some dice, have some fun. I'm assuming you can use just about anything for these creatures. I mean, you can use dinosaurs if you want, right? It is a jungle. Yeah, Alder, it kind of had my interest for a while, and like many times when you're at conventions and you see it, it's kind of like I splurged to just look into it more, and having everything in one set that I was like, well, that's kind of the way to go. It'll maybe force me, inspire me, whatever you want to call it, to maybe play it, more chance to play it. So here's some other creatures you can have in here. They got anything from a crystal troll to Shoggoth, Cthulhu mythos to just a basic tiger. So it is a jungle, right? I think one of the things that does grab me about this Alder is that it's kind of free form enough. Here's all the different reference sheets. Free form enough that you can do whatever you want, to kind of fit it in the rules. Like I said, they do give you everything in the book. I can't get any closer here. All the different stat cards, which I guess you could just photocopy. I don't know if you can get these on Wargame Vault as like a card form, like many games. But if you want to go into cheap, you can just photocopy it. It's one of the things I also liked about it. It's not a very big investment. Like I said, you can use whatever figures you have just to use as proxies type of thing. They have these cards in here that are like random event type of stuff. Hornet's Nest, broken weapon, stuff like that. Sleeping Tiger, that's kind of interesting. And then there's all your jargon of where to find the stuff. CrucibleCrush.com, Wargame Vault for more mini campaigns, Pulp figures, Scarbox battle mats. I guess these are all partners with them. And North Star military figures, which they have tons on there for just about anything that you would need. But there you go, guys. Here, let me see if I can show you guys a quick view of some more of these minis, which I think are kind of cool. Even if I don't use these minis for this game, I'll probably use them for something. Ugh. There we go. I need something white behind it. So yeah, there's some of the deep ones. And some of the little army guys. So, like I said, I'll post another picture. I do have a picture somewhere, I think, of these, but if not, I'll post another one, you guys. And looking at the time, it is about time. Like we say many times, fastest 30 minutes in gaming. So let me switch my camera here, and I can say goodbyes. This is something I wanted to do for I've had this for a little bit, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to show it off to you guys. Maybe it interests you a little bit, that you may look into it a little bit more. It's kind of what I did. I saw it, seeing it firsthand, it kind of perked my interest. So I thought I would share it with you guys. Perfect time to do when I'm all by my lonesome self. Well, Todd, if you're just getting in here now, you can go back and watch from the beginning. And you can see us talking all about Black Sun. Check it out, guys. If anything, go see, find out more about it. I just breezed through it very briefly. There's, a little bit of fluff in here where they go into all the different factions. Like I said, the fluff is kind of what stood out to me. It was, it was enough to capture my interest and look into it more to try it out. Like I said, if all else, I can use these figures in other games. Or if you don't have the game, maybe just pick up the rule book, PDF it if need be, and save even more money. So, yes, it does have deep ones in it, Todd. It is kind of interesting, Tyler. I'll have to throw it on the table eventually and try it out and let you guys know what I think of it. But that's going to be about it tonight, you guys. Thanks for joining me solo. As a reminder, tomorrow, if you guys are available, check us out. I think we're going to put it everywhere, but I did put a schedule up in Twitch. I've been playing with Twitch a little bit. But check us out. Join us for hobby time tomorrow, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, for you guys on the East Coast and across the world, Elder morning. But if you guys want more content, make sure you follow us and check out our audio podcast on Podbean, iTunes, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Stitcher, all those other places you can find audio podcast. Make sure you check us out on the socials, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and our growing Discord community. We like sharing our projects with each other there, and I love seeing what you guys are doing in the Discord. Make sure you follow, like all those places. It helps us know that you guys are liking what we're doing, and we'll keep doing it. And here's the Discord link. We will have all these links down in the show notes for you guys. And if you like what we're doing, please throw us some support. Visit us at patreon.com/IndieInvasion. And of course, if you want some merch, some fun stuff, some coffee mugs, some hats, some shirts, not this shirt with this on it. Check us out at redbubble.com, People Indie Invasion. We've got lots of stickers there. Pillows, all kinds of stuff. I got brain locked there of all the different stuff that there's so much. So, but guys, thanks again for joining us. That's going to do it for tonight. And until next time, you guys, this is Eric saying, take it easy and prepare yourself for the invasion. We'll talk to you guys later.
Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.